How to become the part of the top 1%. On today's video, guys, I'll be sharing with you life-changing information throughout this video. So if you are that 1% who's all about personal development and also self-improvement, please do watch up until the very end. Why? Because I'll be sharing with you life-changing information throughout this video, just like I said, guys. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So for you to actually understand that to become the part of the top 1%, you need to understand the fundamentals, you need to understand the rules. So for you to actually become part of the top 1%, guys, you need to understand that there are rules, that are fundamentals, the habits that builds into that level. So for you to actually be in that level, you need to follow through with the rules that I'm just going to share with you on today's. Before I can explain to you what are some of the rules or some of the ground rules, guys, I need you to understand that for you to actually be part of the top 1%, you need to understand that there are certain things that the top 1% is actually doing that you do not do. There are actually certain things that the top 1% knows that you do not know. So for you to really know, you need to understand that you need to become a student to this life. You need to become the student to this game. So for you to really be part of the top 1%, you need to understand that there are certain things that the top 1% is doing that you are not actually doing, and there are certain things that the top 1% knows that you actually do not know. So for you to actually know what I'll be sharing with you on this video, you need to become a student to life. So for you to actually become a teacher of life, you need to firstly become a student. And you being a student, you need to understand and also adopt a student mentality. You need to be open-minded. You need to be curious to know certain things that you do not know. You need to understand that for you to actually be enlightened, you need to have certain character habits and also character traits that I will be sharing with you on today's video, just like I said. So for you to actually do the right things the right way, you need to understand that there are certain things that you do not know, there are certain things that you do not do. So for you to actually do the certain things that I'm just going to share with you on today's video, you need to understand that you are a student to this game. So for you to actually be at the point where you have never been before, you need to do certain things that you have never done before. This means you need to adopt a student mentality, just like I said with you guys. So there is a famous saying that says, when the student is ready, the master will always appear. So on today's video, I will be a master, I will be a teacher. I will be teaching you some of the most important things that you do not know about this world, some of the most important things that you have never heard before. Just like I said, I will be sharing with you some of the most fundamental things that bring about success into your life, some of the most important things that will bring about change in your life. So without any further waste of time, let's get straight to the first point, which is having a stronger mentality. For you to actually become the part of the top 1%, you need to have a stronger mentality, which leads us to our second point, which is having higher stress tolerance. Higher stress tolerance comes from discipline, and discipline comes from your mindset. It comes from having a stronger mindset. It comes from having a stronger mentality. You need to have a member mentality that will allow you to be hyper competitive in this competitive world. Just like I said to you, that to become the part of the top 1%, you need to do what the other top 1% is actually doing for you to actually have what the top 1% is actually having. So for you to actually gain some sort of value in your life, you need to understand that you need to have a stronger mentality. After having a stronger mentality, that will allow you to actually become disciplined, and that discipline approach will lead you to actually have high stress tolerance. You need to know that you need to have high stress tolerance, simply because success comes with a lot of stress. It comes with a lot of pressure. It comes with a lot of responsibilities. It comes with a lot of accountabilities that you need to take note of when you actually become successful. So success, it comes from having a stronger mentality and also having a discipline, and that discipline will allow you to actually be hyper competitive in this competitive world. You need to understand that that car you actually want, the next person actually wants it. That house that you actually want, the next person wants it. That degree of yours that you actually want, that the next person actually wants the degree. So what do you think will make you different from that next person? Because there are people like myself who actually works the hardest like you have never imagined. So we do certain things a certain way. So what allows us to do certain things in a certain way is we know certain things that most people do not know. we do certain things that most people do not do. It is not that you do not know how to be disciplined. You already know about discipline, but you cannot be disciplined because you have a weaker mindset. For you to actually be disciplined, you need to understand that a stronger mindset needs to be implemented for you to actually be at a certain point where you have never been before, which will be applied by what I just shared with you on today's video. You need to have a stronger mentality, you need to be disciplined, and also have a higher stress tolerance that will allow you to actually be hyper competitive in this competitive world. Just like I said, what you actually want, the next person who wants it. And there are people like myself who actually do certain things that you do not do, think a certain way that you're actually not thinking in the same way. So for you to actually move into the next point in your life, you need to understand that there are certain things that you need to do, and for you to be able to do those things, you need to have some sort of a stronger mindset. That strong mindset will allow you to actually do certain things that a normal person cannot do, an average person cannot do. So for you to actually have what an average person cannot have, so for you to actually be part of the top 1%, just like I said, guys, you need to apply certain things that a normal person cannot apply. This means that you are actually doing certain things that a normal person cannot do. So for you to actually move into the next point in your life and become the part of the top 1%, you need to understand most of the things that I just shared with you on today's video. So let's get straight into another point that will bring about change in your life, that will spark something in your mind, in your mindset. What will allow you to actually win in life is simply understanding that you need to do certain things a certain way. You cannot do normal things and actually expect a certain result. It doesn't happen that way. You need to think a certain way and do things a certain way that are the part of the top 1% is actually doing it. So for you to actually be part of the top 1%, which is you understanding that you need to study successful people, see what makes them win, and try to implement their daily habits in a way that best suits your character. In that way, you will become the part of the top 1%. So for you to actually have certain things that the top 1% is actually having, you need to study them, see what they do in each and every day of their lives, see how they are thinking, see how they execute. So the last point that I will be sharing with you on today's video is having an appetite for risk. You need to risk more than you used to. You need to risk more than you used to. This doesn't mean you need to be reckless in the decisions that you're making. This doesn't mean you need to be reckless with the life choices that you actually make. It means you must take calculated risk that will allow you to be hyper competitive in this competitive world, simply because the top 1%, they're actually risking everything because they know exactly how they are actually going to achieve or attain a certain level or certain things, or simply because they took calculated risk. You need to take calculated risk and also life choices, and also make decisions that will allow you to actually win tomorrow, that will allow you to actually win in the next coming 6 months, in the next coming 5 years, in the next coming 10 years. With me, I actually risk a lot of things for me to actually be at this point. I've seen myself sacrificing my time. I've seen myself sacrificing things that I've wanted, including money, for me to actually achieve certain things that I thought never thought I would actually achieve, simply because I was taking calculated risk. I knew I would be at this point simply by taking the right choices, and also making the right life decisions, and also making the right life choices that allowed me to actually be at this point that I'm at right now. So me, what I actually done is that I took calculated risk simply because I understood that for me to actually get to the next point, I need to act a certain way, which brings us to the last point, which is the bonus tip on today's video, which is you acting. You need to understand, for you to actually act the right way, you need to think a certain way. For you to actually act the right way, you need to understand that there are certain things that are no longer working. You cannot apply the rules that were applied by the third generation, which will allow you to actually win on today's day and age. You need to understand that for you to actually win in on today's day and age, you need to apply certain things that are being applied by certain people who are actually winning on our today's day and age, which is you understanding that there are certain people that they are doing certain things a certain way. Just like I said, you need to study successful people, see what makes them win, and try to implement their daily habits in a way that best suits their character. So guys, those are some of the things that I just wanted to share with you on today's video. I did hope you gain some sort of value in today's video. So if you did happen to find value in this video, please let me know in the comment section on what value you picked up in this video. And also guys, please let me know if you like this kind of content, so that I'll get to share with you more and more life-changing information based on this kind of topic. So please do hit the like button for me, so that we get to reach more people out there. And also please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel if you haven't, and also press the notification bell, so whenever I get to upload, you will be the first one to be notified. So for more life-changing information, there is a book called The Visionary by Duncan Mnisi, which is more like a destiny helper that will take you from where you are to where you deserve to be at. With that being said, I'll leave the link to the book on the description box. With that being said, I'll see you guys on our next YouTube video. This is your boy Duncan Mnisi. I'll see you guys on the next one.